white light is a mixture of 7 colors, and these colors are in the order of violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. All of us know that. So white light is polychromatic in nature. White light is polychromatic in nature. What's the meaning of polychromatic? Poly means many. Poly means many and chromatic means colors. So white light is a mixture of 7 colors. And each color of this white light travels with the same speed when it travels through air or vacuum. But when white light enters into any other medium other than air or vacuum like glass or water, the speed of light changes such that the red light has the maximum speed and the violet has the minimum speed depending upon their wavelength. So we know that red has the maximum wavelength and the maximum speed, and violet has the least wavelength and the least speed. So when these different colors of white light enter into any other medium, they suffer dispersion because of change in speed of the light with the wavelength of the light. We have studied these concepts in the previous session. And also we know the refractive index of a medium is given by speed of light in air or vacuum divided by speed of light in medium. Clear? The speed of light in air or vacuum is constant. It is constant over here, you know, but the speed of light in a medium, it is different for different colors of white light. So speed of light of different colors of white light is different. The refractive, when it changes, speed of light changes, refractive index also will change. So the refractive index of a medium will be different for different colors of light. Clear? So that refractive index will be minimum for red and it will be maximum for violet. This we know that. And also we know the speed of light or the refractive index is inversely proportional to the speed of light. More the speed of the light, refractive index will be less, because red has maximum speed. So for red light, the refractive index will be minimum. When the refractive index is minimum and the deviation will be the least, so red light will suffer least deviation. Clear? And violet, whose speed is less, refractive index will be maximum and the violet will suffer maximum deviation. Clear? These are all are the concepts that we have studied about dispersion and spectrum of light. So based on this concept we have studied, today we will solve couple of important questions. Okay, let us see what is the first question. So we have the first question, we have a prism over here. We have a glass prism ABC and a beam of light consisting of a beam of light consisting of red, blue and green. Red, blue, green colors are incidentally on the first face of the prism. Clear? Now what we have to do, our task is to complete the ray diagram showing the refracted rays and the emergent light rays. So what happens here? So the red color, blue and green have the same speed when they are traveling through the air. So we can see it, we cannot see it as separate colors, they travel together. Now when this beam of light consisting of red, blue and green incidentally on the surface AB, the first surface AB of the prism, what happens? The medium is changing, their speed will change such that red light having the maximum speed will emerge out first, suffering least deviation, and blue light among red, blue, green, blue has the least speed and blue will come later, followed by green and followed by green, and as a result blue color will suffer maximum deviation. Clear? So we can complete the ray diagram on incidenting the surface AB, what will happen? The dispersion will take place at the surface AB, dispersion and deviation. As a result, all these three colors will get deviated through different angle. Now task is to show which color suffer maximum deviation and the least deviation. So you know, among VIBGYOR, see, blue light has less wavelength as compared to green, and as a result the speed of blue light will be less than that of green. So as a result, blue will be deviated maximum. So we can show a ray of light, it is getting bending towards the base of the prism and again further bending away from the normal. We can draw a normal here. So the blue light, it is deviated maximum, blue, followed by, now our task is easier now, followed by green, and for red, whose speed is maximum, the deviation will be minimum. The first one to show is red. So blue is maximum deviated, followed by green, and red has the least deviation. Clear? So the dispersion and deviation is taking place at the first surface of the prism, and we can place a screen over here, no problem. This is a screen. On the screen we can see obtain the spectrum of light, and the order of the spectrum is starting from blue, green and red, such that blue is maximum deviated, red has the least deviation. Clear? Okay. Now the same light is made to fall on a glass slab. Let us see what happens when the same beam of light is made to fall on a glass slab. This is a glass slab. Let us make a parallel surfaced glass slab. A beam of light consisting of red, blue and green is incidentting on the parallel surface of a glass slab. Clear? A rectangular glass slab. This is air, we know, the medium is glass. So through air, all these light, each rays of light have the same speed. When it is incidentting on one of the first surface of the glass slab, what will happen? It will get deviated through different angle. It will suffer refraction. So let us draw a normal. So here, which ray of light will suffer maximum deviation? Blue. So we can say that blue is deviated maximum. Draw a normal here. Okay. So here, on reaching the second surface of the parallel side glass slab, it is refracted. Again it is getting further refracted such that the emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. It is bending away from the normal. We have to follow the rule of refraction, bending away from the normal. So the blue light is getting deviated maximum, followed by green. We can show green, and the least deviated is red. Okay, it is red. So what is the order? Blue has suffered the maximum deviation, followed by green, and red has suffered the least deviation. Okay. Now on the first surface there is dispersion and deviation such that each color is getting split into different angles, and on the second surface, as you can see, when it falls on the second surface, the rays of light is getting refracted in such a way that the emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray, and the spacing between these rays are so small that we cannot differentiate between red, blue and green, and we get it as white light. Clear? And here we get it as white light because the spacing between red, blue, green is very small. Although it is getting refracted, there is no further separation is taking place, and as a result we get it as white light here. So the diagram is complete. So the maximum deviation is for blue, followed by green, and the least deviation is red. Is it clear? Okay, fine. So based upon the concept we have learned, we can complete the ray diagrams. Okay. Now moving on to the question number 2, we can see a beam of light consisting of red, blue and yellow is incidenting on the surface AB of a right angled isosceles prism. Now we have to complete the ray diagram showing the refracted ray and emergent ray, and it is given the critical angle for yellow light is 45 degree. Clear? So for normal incidence, you can see that a beam of light is incidenting normally on the surface AB of the prism. For normal incidence, angle of incidence will be 0, so it will pass undeviated without suffering any dispersion. All the rays of light will pass undeviated, striking the surface AC at an angle of incidence. We don't know, we have to find out. So this angle will be obviously 90 degree, this is 45 degree, and the remaining angle is 45 degree. So what is the angle of incidence here? The angle of incidence will be 90 minus 45, so angle of incidence is equal to 45 degree. So the angle of incidence is equal to 45 degree. So it is given here, the angle of incidence is equal to 45 degree, which is equal to critical angle for the yellow light. Clear? So yellow color. So when the angle of incidence is equal to critical angle for yellow color, the yellow color will pass, or it will emerge out along the boundary AC of the prism, along surface AC of the prism. You have studied, so we can mark it as yellow, because angle of incidence for yellow light, angle of incidence is equal to critical angle, right? So we have done with yellow. Then what about red? So you know the refractive index of red is less than that of refractive index of yellow, and also we know the relation sin C, sin of critical angle is equal to 1 by the refractive index. So lesser the refractive index, more will be the critical angle. So I can write critical angle for red light is more than 45 degree. Critical angle for red light is more than 45 degree. So red light is striking the surface at an angle of incidence which is greater than 45 degree. What will happen? It will emerge out like this. Okay, it will refract out following the rule of refraction. It will bend away from the normal, and we can mark it as red. Okay, yes. Now what about blue? Now for blue light, the critical angle of the blue color, what is the critical angle for the blue color, will be less than that of 45 degree. So I can write critical angle for blue color will be less than that of 45 degree. Clear? So what happens? The blue color, it is striking at an angle of incidence greater than 45 degree. What will happen? It will suffer total internal reflection, striking the surface BC, normally passes undeviated. So this is blue color, because critical angle, so the ray of light of blue light is striking the surface AC at an angle of incidence greater than the critical angle, and as a result it will suffer total internal reflection and it will emerge out as shown in the figure. Clear? Is it clear? We have done with all the colors. So the emergent light rays are shown as per the conditions given. Is it clear? Moving on to question number 3. We have two parallel rays of red and violet traveling through the air, meeting at the surface, glass surface. Okay. So our question is, will the path of these two rays be parallel inside the glass slab or not, or give reason? And we have to compare the speed of red and violet through the glass. So that is our task. Okay. So let us solve it based on our concepts that we have learned. So when the rays of red and violet traveling through the air, they are traveling with the same speed, but when it is entering into the glass or any other medium, their speed changes. So red travels with the maximum speed, so the deviation will be minimum, and for violet the deviation will be maximum, because violet travels with the least speed. So our question is whether these rays of light are parallel or not. So let us see. For red light the deviation will be minimum, okay, and for violet the deviation will be maximum. So the extent of deviation for different light rays are, you can see the extent of deviation in this case and in this case this is larger, right? This is the deviation, angle of deviation. So the extent of deviation for red and violet will be different. So the path of these two rays will never be parallel. So we can write paths of red and violet inside glass are not parallel, are not parallel. So what is the reason? Because both rays have different angle of deviation, different angle of deviation. This is the first part. So both rays will have different angle of deviation. To different angle they will get deviated because of their change in speed with the wavelength. Now the second part, that is very simple. Compare the speed of light. You know, red travels with the fastest speed and violet travels with the slowest speed. So we can write speed of violet, VIOLET, violet will be less than that of speed of red. Clear? Okay. So the second part is also over. So this is how we can attempt this kind of questions. Okay. Now moving on to question number 4. As you can see, a glass slab is placed over a sheet of paper where VIBGYOR is printed with the respective color. VIBGYOR is printed with the respective color. Okay. Now the first question, will the image of all the letters be in the same plane? Will the image of all the letters be in the same plane? No. Why? Because for each color of light will have different frequency, different speed, and they, of course they are different in color, so their speed will be different. So I can write image of different colors are not in the same plane, as each colors will have different wavelength lambda and frequency f. Okay, different wavelength, different frequency and different speed also, and we can say different speed. Clear? Okay. Now no images, so the images of all these letters will not be in the same plane. Now which letter appears to be raised among all these 7 letters colored in different colors of violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red? Which color appears to be raised? That's our second question. Which color will appears to be raised? Violet color, right? Violet has the maximum deviation. It's a violet has the least speed and maximum deviation, and as a result violet will be appears to be right. So violet color appears raised as violet suffers maximum deviation. Okay, clear? So violet color appears to be raised, and which will be the least raised? Red color, because red will suffer least deviation. Okay, fine. Is it clear to you? That's all for today. Thank you very much.